Hi, this is Dorothy with Scrapbooking, and this is the layout that I'm going to create today. Now, I will tell you that I got my inspiration from the September-October catalog, and it is over the pumpkin spice scrapbooking stamp and thin cut set. So there it is. And I also use the wreath going on the left-hand page is from the Cricut collection. I believe it's artistry. I'll look it up, but I'll put it down in the comments below. I didn't do it exactly the same. So I just kind of did what I wanted to do, and I wanted the background to be lighter, so I used the light side of mink. So that was cut, that grapevine wreath was cut in Harbor, which is one of our new colors. And then I used the thin cut set for the scrapbooking, the pumpkin spice scrapbooking and thin cut set to cut out all the little pieces. So all the cute sweaters and stuff. And so I'm just showing you that's the darker side of mink. And I just wanted a little bit more contrast. And I'm using a piece of nectarine. Also, and the nectarine was to bring out, kind of match the sweaters on the right-hand page, and they're nectarine colored sweaters. And so I'm just going to use my Tombow and start attaching. Now, I just cut the nectarine to be 1/4 of an inch bigger all around from the mink. But I forgot I actually wanted to do a little bit of distressing in Harbor. So I'm just taking a sponge, and it actually had Harbor ink on it, so I didn't even re-ink it. But I just wanted to put a little dark edge on the mink. And so that kind of brings in the colors of the polka dots, the Harbor color. And that may not even be 1/4 of an inch. That may be closer to 1/8 of an inch. Do you love how I always forget that I just put the Tombow on? Oh my goodness, I'm so silly. So you can tell the pieces are about 3/4 of an inch all around, smaller than the 12 by 12 paper. So that's going to be 1.5 inches off. So that's going to be a 10.5 inch piece. And then the mink is going to be 10 1/4 inches. So just a hair of the nectarine. It's a very bright color, and you don't need too much to show to have an effect. So I'm just using my liquid Tombow. It just makes it a little bit easier to get some adhesive on the back of something that's so thin. And I happen to absolutely love this grapevine from the Cricut set. So, and I cut it to be maybe 10 and 10.5 inches wide. You can use it a little bit less. And this is also one of the pumpkin spice. See, the other side is all the pumpkin paper. And so I like this very kind of soft plaid in mink gray, and I'm using that as kind of a background for my picture. And I'm not putting it on there to be all symmetrical. I'm putting it slightly off so you can get more of a flavor for what the plaid is underneath the my picture photo mat holder. So pretty simple so far. And then I just take my little pieces and I'm just kind of placing them around where I think they look good. So I already colored a couple of the pumpkins from some of the cards I was doing. So I'll just go ahead and use those. And I love these the little sweaters, and there's a little boot set. There's even a little teapot and some gourds and a scarf to go with the sweater. So super fun. And then I'm going to use my tri-blend markers to color those little pieces that I just showed you. So both of my pages are not going to be matchy-matchy. And so I'm using a sweater paper. Since I've got sweaters on the left hand, I'm going to have sweaters on the right hand. And there's a piece of the harbor, and I think it's probably about 3 inches wide, and the dot pattern is 2.5 inches wide by 12. And so I'm just bringing some of the polka dots over from the left over to the right, just to have some continuity. So I'm kind of just thinking that now they used a big piece of the harbor on the bottom, and I just didn't want to do that. Just didn't. I just wanted to have more of the sweater show. So just, it's just a matter of you. If you want that, you could certainly do that. Or my lawn mowing guys have shown up, and so Daisy's talking to them. I have a lot of dog noises in my house. So I'm just putting these down, and it's about maybe a little bit less than halfway down from the top. Now these 2 cards here are both Picture My Life cards, and I'm also making one kind of a little bit wonky from the other so that there's a little bit of the shortbread color showing through. So I'm trying to figure out what to do to make a background for my pictures, but I will worry about that later. I'll be like Scarlett O'Hara. And I am just going to get my little close to my heart mat and put the pieces on there so I can start stamping them. So I'm going to be doing stamping with a lot of different colors here. So these are all the little die cuts that you get with this cute set. So I really like these little critters, and see, then now you can really tell what those funny little shapes are. So I don't have to use my little foam mat that comes in the stamp set, because I've got the foam on the opposite side of my cutting mat. And so here are the boots, and I think the boots are adorable. So I'm just stamping those, and you can see, so they're open. That's why I'm stamping them with the intense black, so I can color them. And I'm just going to go ahead and stamp all the pieces that I've got here. So the boots, I can just see those little rubber galoshes. A lot of times they come with flowers on them. They're really cute and perfect for, I wish I had galoshes like that when I was a kid. Boy, ours were so hard to put on. You always had to have your mother help you. It was, and they had buckles and all sorts of complicated things for kids to handle. So here's my sweater, which I think is just so cute. Look at that. And so you can color it you can make the stripes whatever color you want. And so this is really good if you want to do some kind of school setting where you use the school colors. I mean, that would just be super, super fun. Now that funny little wonky piece down there is the scarf. And the scarf, you can also, it's a plaid, and so you can color it however you want. Now you don't have to fill in all the little squares. You could just leave some of them blank and just put a few colors here and there. It's totally up to you. The dogs are playing right now under the desk. Oh my goodness. So, a little distracting. Okay, so here's this adorable teapot. Now, this completely reminds me of the cute little teapot from, what was it? Beauty and the Beast. All I could think of is Belle. Beauty and the Beast. So they're just so cute. And we've got acorns. Now, the acorns actually didn't come from this set. They came from the Pumpkin Spice Scrapbooking stamp and thin cut set. So this is the ones with the sweaters and stuff is the Pumpkin Spice card making stamp set. And both of those stamp sets are still available. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. That was Ginger. She's the tiny one. And I think she was just getting mad because she sure as heck isn't hurt. She's still going after Daisy, who weighs 40 pounds more than she does. So, my dogs, do your dogs drive you crazy? My dogs kind of drive me crazy. Okay, so I am stamping my cute little gourd here in Nectarine, and then I'm taking off and using the second generation, and then I'm just using the rock and roll technique to just get little edges of darker paprika color or papaya color, I don't know which one it is, onto the gourd along with the second generation. So I just kind of want my now I'm going to use Sundance here. Except I'm using the wrong. I don't have any more of those, Dorothy. So I did such a nice job of inking it up, but I can't use it. Wrong gourd. I'm out of my gourd. Other gourd. Let's see if this, I think that's the too small gourd. Yeah, it's too small. Okay, so that gourd came with, there it is. I have a small piece. So there's that cute little gourd. And so I'm just doing the Sundance. I like this. I'm doing the Sundance and then edging it with a bit of papaya, I believe. And I really like that combination. And you get this nice kind of, not modelly, but you know, you get a gradation of color, which, you know, the gourds and the pumpkins aren't necessarily just solid colors, as you know. You know, they can be kind of modelly looking. And so there's my other gourd. Okay, bigger gourd. Oh, I'm doing the acorns now. So I'm going to do a second generation toffee on the bottom and the first generation of toffee on the top. Am I using toffee? It doesn't look like I'm using toffee. No, I'm using paprika. Kind of spice up that acorn a little bit, make it a little flashy looking. I have all sorts of inks out. There's my toffee. Okay, so I'm doing the toffee and probably toffee second generation on this one. Yeah. So these are really, I have to tell you, they're really fun to do. And I was really enjoying stamping these, wrong shape. There's the shape. All of these little pieces, just because they're so cute. And it just makes it, when I think I used to, you know, we used to cut out all of these things by hand. And it just makes the whole making these type of embellishments and just makes it lots of fun. And interesting when you're looking at your end product. So there we go. I like that one. Okay, so I've got all of my extra pieces I'm going to put back in the envelope, so with the appropriate stamp and thin cut. So the next time I want to do anything, I've got some ready to go. And it just makes, you know, a little bit, you know, it's, I mean, once you're kind of on a roll, it makes it, you might as well just punch out a whole bunch of your pieces, and that way you can, you know, be ready in case you need something in a pinch. I do like these little guys, though. So these are like a little berry, and I'm going to do them in paprika, so they're a bright, dark color and perfect color for autumn berries. So those will be interesting. I'll probably put those on the wreath, I bet. We'll see. where it goes. And then these are adorable little leaves. So now you could, I think they're open, so you could do them in intense black and then color them in if you wanted to. But I just decided to do the open leaves in the Sundance. So I have lots of inks out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 inks are out that you can see. So I used Paprika, Papaya, Sundance, Nectarine, and then Toffee. And I don't even know what that one was. Anyway, a whole lot of inks. So now these are my tri-blend markers. And I'm using like an orange blend and the true blue blend. And believe a citrus, if I'm not mistaken, and then a pink. And I'm just kind of making my stripes in the autumny colors. Look at how cute that comes out. I mean, it's just really, really cute. So I'm just kind of like, okay, how do I do this? How should I do this sweater? You know, you can do it any colors you want. Really, I don't have to refer back to things, but you know. So I decided to do yellow because yellow and orange, that's nice. And I've got my stripes going continuously across the chest to the arm. So it's looking very nice and neat. And then the kind of elastic part I'm doing in a darker of the orange blend. He came out so cute. And then I decided to do a blue sweater. So, you know, it's just kind of fun to do these. Now, I haven't done any kind of shading on these. It's just, for me, it's too small an area for me to do shading. I would just probably just mess it up. So I'm just kind of filling in the squares. Now, if I did it in red, he'd be like where's Waldo? But I like yellow and blue also. I think that's a good combination. So, and then of course I'm going to make boots to match because that's what I do. Look at those. They're so cute. Oh my gosh. So, anyway, I made a number of cards, so I'm happy with the way those came out. And I'm going to send those out this week for sure. And my uncle, who's 97, he's going to get one. And I have a friend who's having some health issues, and she's going to get one. I've got a couple of friends having health issues. So there's another set of boots. So I've got my boots to match my sweater. Well, so if those match, then, you know, the scarf has to match too, right? Can you believe how cute those things are? They're just adorable. Oh my gosh. Okay, so, you know, I'm just kind of I'm making my life difficult, but you know, I mean, it's kind of fun. So I'm just filling in squares here and there, and to make the scarf. I didn't understand that was such a weird little shape. It was like, what is that? So I didn't know whether it was like a banner for a sentiment, and then it turned out to be the scarf. So, and then I'm going to make my little teapots. I'm going to make those pink. Okay, so this scarf, can go with either sweater, because we've got all the colors here. It's pretty cute, really. For a paper sweater, it's pretty cute. Okay, so I'm going to make this one easier, and I'm just going to make a line of the orange and yellow and blue. They're still fussing with each other. I've never heard Ginger scream so loud. Didn't know she could. That was funny. There we go. Yeah. Okay, so for the little teapot, I'm going to outline and then kind of do it like you would normally with, here they go again, with coloring. So I'm doing the lighter on the outside, on the inside, and then getting darker as I go towards the outside. I'm hoping to get kind of a little bulgy look on the teapot. We'll see. Well, it's probably too small to, not enough detail to do it. Anyway, it's a cute teapot. It's a pink teapot. Who has a pink teapot? I'd like one if I had one. Anyway, so there's all my little pieces that are going to go onto the wreath. They've never played this long. That's funny. So I'm just going to, kind of put them hither and yon. And, while I'm thinking about it, these 2 pages are different enough. I mean, they have the same papers enough that you can use them together. But if you wanted to use them as 2 single pages, you could totally do that. And then these are, I have, for whatever reason, I have 2 sticker sheets of, so I'm using Thankful for the moment. But you could use them as 2 single layouts, which I kind of like single layouts sometimes, because sometimes you just have one picture you want to highlight. And, once again, totally up to you. So I like having the grapevine wreaths. I think they're fun to decorate. I've used those for a number of years. I get them from Michael's and then, get stuff and stick them on there. So I'm just leaving everything in place so then I can just kind of put one of the foam pieces from the shaker window. So this is a real good use for them because they're fairly thick, and if you want to have some dimension to your layout, they give good dimension. And they're very tacky, very sticky. So, even if you just put one on, you would be safe with it holding in place because they are very, very, very sticky. I like the way that pumpkin came out. My cute little pink teapot. So we're getting close on this. But I'm going to add, there's all sorts of, stickers. So I'm going to have some flat pieces along with the dimensional pieces. So the little stickers, I'm going to put a little hot mug of cocoa up there by the teapot. And so I'm just laying these flat against the grapevine wreath. So we've got different levels of dimension going on here. And you can put as many or as few of the pieces that you want on there. But then, of course, I've got my wonderful wood stickers from my workshop, the pumpkin spice workshop. They just keep on, I can't quite use them up. They just keep on showing more and more on there. It's like, wow. No matter how many use, I still have more to go. And I love these. I think they're just perfect for a grapevine wreath, putting these little wood elements on there. And if you wanted to color them with your markers, you could totally color them. But I'm okay with them staying their kind of natural color. So they're just, I love these things. Yeah, I like that one. So do you ever find when you come across something, it's like, oh, that's my favorite? Okay, there we go. See, it's fun, right? But wait, there's more. So I'm putting dots around, little glue dots. So do you know what that means? Here comes the sequins. And I'm just putting them here and there. And so it's, I get my little wax stick out and start picking sequins to go on there. So you've got a little bit of something that's shiny. And the little leaves are so perfect. I think, unfortunately, I think we ran out of these sequins. Pardon me. I've looked and looked and can't find them. So I think they must have run out. And I doubt that they're gonna make another batch. There are some Halloween type sequins that are still available that have pumpkins on them. So, but just a little bit of shine here and there. And you've got your little glue dot, and so, it's really easy to, pick out an individual little sequin and put it in place. Except sometimes there's a sequin on the back and it doesn't want to stick. So there we go. Took that away fast, didn't I? Okay, now we're going to work on the right-hand page. And so I am going to use the Heart Full of Thanks. And so that kind of gets in the way of the pictures needing to be up there. So I'd prefer to have it at the top, but I'm going to put it at the bottom. And to make it kind of stick out a little bit more, I'm definitely going to use the Harbor ink to give it an edge. Now you could use the anti-static pouch and take off the stick 'em on the back, or just kind of cover it up with the powder and raise it up, and I just didn't do that. I didn't think to do that. Okay, so I cut some more of the plaid, the gray plaid, and this is papaya that I'm putting the photo mats on, and that is so those are 4x6 pieces, and I cut 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. So there's an 1/8 inch rim edge around the pictures. And then the photo mats themselves are the gray plaids are, what are they? At least 6 1/2 by 4 1/2, or maybe they may be 6 3/4 by 4 3/4. I think that's what they are. So there's a little bit more of the gray showing. So, and I'm just gonna put those down and just kind of put them at a bit of an angle, and kind of the same angle on both sides. So here's my little sweater, and I can put, an acorn there and the little boots, or put the scarf there, and got the little leaves, my little berry twig. So they have like 3 little grouping here, and one on the other side also. And because I did it, somewhat different, you just have to kind of go with, if you do it different from either the book or what I'm doing, then you have to just kind of do it according to your own taste. So I'm popping these up with my shaker squares, and they're pretty high above the picture, and I'm not putting the stickum so that it goes over the where you're going to slip your picture into. So I'm just going to be able to slide my picture under the sweater and acorn without any problem. And then the little leaves and the little twig are going to be just flat against my little plaid journaling piece there from the Picture My Life cards. That's the great thing about the Picture My Life cards, is you get a lot of journaling pieces. So I'm going to use some more leaves just because I love them and I have more of them left. You know, my goal would really be, can I use up all of the scraps and all of the... I don't think I'm going to be able to use up because I've got a whole big sheet of stickers. But I'm getting down. I'm making a pretty big dent in those wooden stickers. So put some leaves down because, of course, you got to have leaves. And an acorn because the acorns have been falling. And then the dots, glue dots, to let you know here comes the sequins. So this was kind of a fun project to do. And I will tell you, I mean, I speeded this up 200%. So I will tell you that it took me about an hour, maybe an hour and 15 minutes to do the whole layout with cutting and everything. So, whoops, there we go. Get rid of that one. It's full of glue. So, not too bad, considering how much detail is on it. And, you know, if you have more pictures, which you probably do, you know, then you can add flip-flaps to your pages to add more pictures on there. Or you could even use the pocket scrapbooking to add more pictures to that, along with your leftover Picture My Life cards. So I'll put a list of the items that I used down below. And let me just put my second page up, and we're almost done. And please let me know if you like it, and please give me, oh dear, oh my God, I just created a huge mess. Give me a thumbs up, and if you want to subscribe to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. So I've got to go clean up a big mess. I'm adding a little banner onto either side of the title there. Kind of continues that plaid. Makes the title stand out a little bit. Anyway, thank you for watching. Bye now.